What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be covering the plays that I'm going to be making in the next couple of days to maybe even weeks. We're also going to be covering what we expect for the market headed into tomorrow after the SPY literally just hit a brand new high. We've been on a hot streak. You can take a look at the chart here on the left-hand side. Definition of stocks only go up. But it makes sense. The vaccination is increasing. The stimulus just passed. And overall earnings are here. The market is pricing in my opinion, some ridiculous earnings, and these companies don't step up. I think there might be a pullback. As Powell is optimistic, says interest rates are not going to go up this year. The real big key indicator here tomorrow is the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, which literally measures inflation. And if that number comes in high, I expect the market to pull back. And a high CPI can also bump up the 10-year, which is sitting at 1.68. Don't be surprised if you see that number creep up above 1.67. An interesting survey from E-Trade found that roughly 3/4 of retail investors believe the market is fully somewhat in a bubble. A 3% point increase from the previous quarterly poll, which leads me to believe that some people are speculating a pullback, in which we'll talk about the VIX, which there was a ridiculous bet placed on the VIX. We'll talk about the end. After some plays, Tesla, of course, is always number one. An entry I'm looking to get in Tesla is obviously the 660s, which happens to still be that gap fill on the daily. But it's not coming on down, man. It's not pulling on back. It's holding 700s, which has been a previous. It's had some struggle resistance there before. I don't know if it's going to hold above 700. I'm betting that it's not. If it comes down for me, I'm looking to load the boat on this one. Earnings is literally at the end of the month on the 26th. And Canaccord upgraded the stock and raised their price target to 1,071, in which today we saw a green day for Tesla. Usually for Tesla, what I've noticed is Mondays are ridiculous. There's always an amazing green day on Monday, and towards the end of the week we slowly have choppier days, so gotta give it to Tesla. The next one is obviously GameStop, in which I'm still holding. That had a couple of news catalysts today. Number one, they're looking for a new CEO to replace George Sherman, and number two, there was a speculative job listed on their website that required experience in NFTs and blockchain, in which we immediately saw some volatility and volume pour in, some green candles. But I had a speculation that this was just a buy the rumor, sell the news, in which it was, and it came back down. Technical wise, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not looking the most bullish with the 4-hour. We're under the 4-hour EMA. It looks like we might double bottom here at 120. If this does hit 120, it might get a little rough. It might get a little bumpy, and we might hit 100. I don't know yet. We need to find a balance here at these levels. If not, like I said, there might be some gravity towards a whole number mark in which people set their stop losses, and in which I could potentially buy even more shares. The next two we're looking to buy is Viacom and Discovery, in which I quite frankly think there might be some more room for downside. This is why you don't FOMO initially after the first couple bounces. There still isn't a sign of support for Viacom and Discovery, and with Viacom having earnings on May 6th, that might be a catalyst that can send this stock bouncing. My only worry is that there's any more margin calls, any more blow-ups throughout the hedgy industry, hedgy world, that might lead to more sell-off on Viacom and Discovery, in which yet there's just cheaper prices for everybody to get in on the dip. I still have no position in these. Tomorrow might be the day I execute. Right under $40 is where I'm trying to hop in. And let's see if this is a monthly swing. I have a feeling this might be a slow one compared to Visa, in which we also bought on the pullback here down to 205, I believe is where we got executed. And we sold here into the spike, so this one took quite some time. Walmart was another one that took quite some time before we recovered, in which we got in at 138. Look how much more it came on down. This is why you never really want to hop in right away. There still can be more room for downside. There's no rush. These stocks aren't going anywhere. They'll be here tomorrow. Don't rush it. Wait for these stocks to pull back. VIX, the volatility index, which is basically almost called the fear index as well. There was a big bet on Friday for $40 million in options as traders bet for some stock market turbulence, some stock market downside. Take a look at the open interest on these July 21 calls here at the strike price of 25 and 40, 240,000 compared to 235,000. Someone is really betting big that the market is going to pull back. With SPY hitting new highs, as I expect, do I expect the market crash? I don't think a crash. I think more of a correction. There's a lot of tech plays that are going to be coming throughout the rest of the weeks as we have earnings. So make sure you watch earnings. Make sure you watch the 10-year as well, and the CPI coming out tomorrow. Very, very big important catalysts that are definitely going to have some effect on stocks. I do think correction in the short term, pullback. That also concerns me a bit on the quote-unquote meme stocks. Hence why I exited my AMC position. Yes, I'm looking to re-enter. I almost rebought the dip today. I think AMC and GameStop are due for a ridiculous green day, hopefully this week. I think that day's coming. They're way oversold. Let's see for a bounce. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys. These are some plays, again, I'm waiting to buy. If you guys hop into the live streams, you'll probably watch me execute these live, unless I'm out and about and I pop in on my phone, which is very rare. With that being said, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live stream, and hopefully you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.